internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world.
XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over SWIFT one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to an episode of 24 Hours Crypto. Let's get right in today's video. $2.2 trillion in daily volume for XRP would put a value of $131.64 per XRP with 100 billion XRP circulating. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode, another hard-hitting factual video that we have put together today. And I'm very, very excited to show you the bigger picture of what's coming down the pipelines. Before we get into the video, if you guys want to support the channel, 24hourscrypto.com XRP LED car door light is on sale for the weekend. Today is the last day. Link in the description down below. It is awesome. When you guys open the door, the logo shines. When you guys close it, it automatically shuts off. I use it. It is awesome to have. It is a cool feature. With that being said, let's get right into the video. This fundamental valuation framework for crypto assets that was published back in 2018 by Robert Mitchnick and Susan Atley is something a lot of people sleep on, and a lot of people really need to open their eyes and look into this. And that's what we're doing in today's video. Susan Atley is with Ripple still. She's been with Ripple for over 10 years, okay? On the other hand, Robert Mitchnick is a managing director at BlackRock since 2018. So June, right after June is July, obviously. He started at BlackRock in August. So 2 months after they put this together, he went on over to BlackRock and is still the managing director there. And also keep in mind, he went to MIT, okay, for business innovation and application. So there's a lot of brains that went behind this valuation for XRP. Just to give you guys a mind-blowing fact, they predicted by 2030, and this happened in 2021, smash that like button, okay? Because you're going to see why. They predicted by 2030 that Bitcoin would reach $93,000, and on the lowest end would go to $45,000. And keep in mind, we hit $69,000. But the most interesting takeaway from this is the fact that they said with a $93,000 Bitcoin, the volume would be $28 billion and the market cap of $1.6 trillion. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at what happened? I can't go exactly on the day Bitcoin hit $69,000, but what we could do is go to November 14th. It hit 69,000 on November the 10th. So a couple days later, it was still at 65,000. But the market cap was 1.2 trillion and the volume was 25 billion. These guys put together a fundamental framework for Bitcoin and XRP, and they blew it out of the waters. And what do I mean by that? They have to stay conservative with the XRP price prediction. Why? Because they're working with Ripple. They can't just come out and give the full disclosure of what's actually going to happen in the future. And in today's video, you're going to see exactly how this played out from 2018 to 2023, where we are today. It's going to completely blow your mind, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So they went on to say, outside of the fastest adopting regions, a large set of global banks have signed to adopt Ripple's Xcurrent software, and several central banks have done trials with it. Xcurrent does not rely on XRP, but banks that adopt more modern solutions may be well positioned to further improve their efficiency in sourcing liquidity for cross-border payments, particularly in smaller corridors, and may be more likely to adopt XRP. So the way Ripple, orchestrated and created Ripple and all the software that they have, at the end of the day, you still need to source liquidity, and that's why XRP, as their asset on the blockchain, is so crucial for adoption and moving value from one end to another. Now, also keep in mind, this is a very conservative outlook. And they even said it here, saying that if corporations become significant holders of XRP, taking advantage of its functionality as a form of ultra liquid working capital, Such adoption would result in XRP regularly being held for multiple days or weeks between its usage. So we have holders holding XRP, we have treasuries holding on to XRP for multiple days, multiple weeks. Okay, we have governments holding on to XRP. There's just, the use case is so crazy. And keep in mind, the calculation they did was with all the XRP circulating. So they're pretty much saying we're going to be selling. Like, that's where the calculation goes crazy here. And the value of all investable assets is approximately 450 trillion, and the total global household wealth is approximately 300 trillion. And it's way more than that. Okay, this is from 2018. Numbers have grown significantly. Now let's get to the bullish part of the video. This is absolutely crazy. So $32.91 for a daily volume of 500 billion and some change. And the market cap would be $3.2 trillion. The low estimate is about 119 billion in daily transaction volume for XRP. And the market cap is at 1.6 trillion. And the value would be $6.37. But they missed a lot here, and you're going to understand what I mean. XRP transaction volume estimates. So they did foreign exchange trading, and they're predicting that it's $7.1 trillion market size by 2030. Keep in mind, we have the BIS informative information that came out saying 7.5 trillion on a daily basis. And they're saying that the adoption rate is 3%. This is what I mean by they're very conservative with this outlook. And they go on to mention corporate payments. And they go on to mention retail remittances. But what did they forget? Well, it's all there now. We're talking about real estate. We're talking about derivatives. Where's insurance settlements? The list goes on, and we know real estate, derivatives, insurance, we could all confirm is coming onto the ledger. That will source XRP as high liquid functionalities, okay? So with that being said, with this little alone, that's what they're predicting. 556 daily volume, $32 per XRP, and the market cap of $3.2 trillion. So if you do the math, $32.91 times 100 billion, like I said, they used up all the XRP circulating, you get 3.2 trillion. So now take a look at this. So the XRP volume will go over 1 trillion, and that's a fact. Because just when we add real estate, derivatives, insurance, even the bond market, there's so much missing here. We're just going to go ahead and 3x this from its original value. So we're going to take the 556 billion, multiply that by 4. And ladies and gentlemen, we get a daily volume of $2.2 trillion. And with 100 billion XRP circulating, let's do the math just like they did, we get a value of $131.64. So $2.2 trillion in volume for XRP. Just keep in mind the FX market alone is 7.5 trillion. There's just so much more that we're missing out, but there's just so much value out there floating. And don't worry about, it takes 5 seconds to settle and it frees up. We just talked about how corporations, banks could be holding on to XRP for days or weeks, or we even have holders that are going to be holding on to their XRPs. Okay. When you got, supply and demand, you know what's going to happen. You don't need to go to MIT. So 100 billion XRP circulating is $131. That is very, very conservative. The market cap would be $13.1 trillion, which is still very, very small. So in order to have a $2.2 trillion in volume, the market cap would be 13.1 trillion. That is so conservative. Think from the bigger picture here now, okay? Let's say we're in 2032 and the crypto market has surpassed about 50, 60, maybe $70 trillion. And for Ripple and for its digital asset XRP to have a share of $13.1 trillion in market cap, while you're providing a real use case, while you have banks using it, while you have the money going around the world 24/7, 7 days a week, right? $13.1 trillion in market cap means absolutely nothing. That is so small. Like I've said in the past, I would not be surprised. Well, I will not be surprised if the market cap of XRP goes over 20, 30 trillion, 100%. This whole crypto sector is going to be much bigger than the whole stock market. The stock market's about 110 trillion. This crypto market brings in so much transparency that it will surpass $200 trillion, 100%. It just logically makes sense. It's a deflationary asset with transparency, so the sky's the limit. There is no middleman, orchestrating any kind of Ponzi scheme within this system. So, what if the circulating supply isn't 100 billion? Because we did the math based off 100 billion XRP circulating. Okay, let's do it. Let's do 13.1 trillion divided by 90 billion. We get $145 per XRP. 13.1 trillion divided by 80 billion. We get $163 per XRP. That's more likely. I just don't think the escrow, there's 40 billion. I don't think we're going to see that. I've covered in my previous videos about having price stability and actually Ripple pre-mining all of its XRP since inception, and having a chunk of it is actually very bullish from an institutional perspective. So them having 40% or 40 billion XRP is actually very bullish, okay? 13.1 trillion divided by 70 billion, we get $187 per XRP. And if it were basically right now, there's just under 60 billion circulating. 13.1 trillion divided by 60 billion is $218 per XRP. Ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. We went over a lot here. I really hope, if you guys want to just go back and reread stuff in this video, pause it, look at the, little pictures that I put together today. That's why the video is coming out a little bit late. But this is very important for you guys to understand. They put this fundamental framework together. They were working with Ripple at the time. They're not going to come out here and say XRP is going to go to $120. Okay, that's why they even showed you guys the very basics of it. Very basics of it, as you guys could see. Just foreign exchange trading, corporate payments, retail payments. Okay, whereas B2B payments, right? Derivatives, real estate, insurance. The list goes on and on. With that being said, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. And like I said, if you guys want to support the channel, link in the description down below. XRP LED car door lights on sale for this weekend, last day. And we will be back with another video. $2.2 trillion in volume for XRP on a daily basis. Put. Support the channel. Link in the description down below. Xcurrent does not rely on XRP, but what if the circulating supply isn't 100 billion? Because we did them back. The low estimate is about $119 trillion.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.